Thank you, Joe, for coming. I've got a gift I'd like to give you on behalf of the Chamber and the board and the staff for coming and sharing your thoughts with us this evening. I want to thank all of you for coming this evening and making this such a great success. I want to thank you for your membership, your commitment to the organization. As many of you could guess, this position affords me countless opportunities to interact with many different people and organizations. There are a great number of groups collaborating in the area, building a great foundation to move this region forward. One of which is the Community Foundation, is in full swing with their READY campaign, and their primary goal is to improve kindergarten preparedness for early grade student performance. You heard from Larry Mulligan earlier mention Middletown Moving Forward, Middletown's Community Improvement Corporation, and the Community Building Institute work together to create a community-based community vision called What If Middletown. Many of you in this room have participated in those sessions. Those results will be presented sometime this spring. Downtown Middletown, Inc. has completed their visioning process and presented their findings to Middletown City Council last week. Middletown City Schools is in the midst of creating their strategic plan to improve their district and communications with the community. As you heard earlier from our task force chairs, the Chamber is making progress with our strategic plan and making strides in improving the business environment that will allow our businesses to grow and thrive. It is truly a unique time to be living in this microregion with so many impactful organizations striving to improve their communities. 2016 was an interesting year for us. It marked the bicentennial of the founding of the city of Trenton. Congratulations to our friends in Trenton and all the volunteers who arranged for such a great celebration last June. So congratulations to you. "2017 is a very special year for many of you in this room. As you can see from the banners along the back glass, it marks the 100th anniversary of Middletown Hospital, now Atrium Medical Center. They kicked off their special celebration last September with their 4th Foundation Gala. I would like to thank the Foundation for their use of the banners this evening. Mike, thank you. If you haven't had an opportunity to read those, please look at those this evening. 2017 also marks the 100th anniversary of the founding of the Middletown YMCA. Woody and Angela, congratulations to you on that, to all your members and staff for this special anniversary. The city of Monroe kicked off their bicentennial celebration 2 weeks ago at a city council meeting. They're planning a series of events that will now take place throughout the year, so please watch for their activities. Where's the Monroe contingency? Yes, congratulations. As we were doing some research for another project, we discovered something extremely interesting. The Chamber of Commerce can trace its roots back to 1917 as well. Allow me to share a very short timeline with you. A local businessmen's club traces their history back to 1903. Their purpose was to secure unity of action in all matters pertaining to the betterment of the city. The club is credited with building the Carnegie Library and the City Hospital, creating a commission form of government, lending support to the Miami Flood Prevention Project, encouraging businesses and industry to settle in Middletown, and other community improvements. By 1917, a plan was set in motion by the Businessmen's Club to adapt to the needs of a growing community and dissolving their current organization and forming Middletown Chamber of Commerce. At that time, their main focus was on the war effort. That would be World War I. They also conducted Americanization classes to stimulate patriotism. Dwight E. Smith was their secretary or manager, or their chamber executive. Mr. Smith also chaired what is called today the Chamber of Commerce Executives of Ohio, and that organization still exists. In 1923, the chamber morphed into the Middletown Civic Association to have a broader reach to improve the community. Dwight became the paid executive for the Civic Association, and the chamber was dissolved a few years later. In 1944, the Bureau of Commerce split from the Civic Association to become Middletown's second Chamber of Commerce, which is the organization we are today. In 1958, the Retailers Merchants Association and the Industrial Council were absorbed by the chamber. In 1959, Dick Slagle arrived as the chamber executive. We were renamed as the Middletown Area Chamber of Commerce, and one of their main projects was to establish a local campus of Miami University, which celebrated their 50th anniversary last year. They are the first branch campus of any university in the state. In 1998, the Middletown Area Chamber merged with the Monroe Chamber of Commerce and the Trenton Chamber of Commerce to become the Mid-Miami Valley Chamber of Commerce. And I'm sure there are some of you in this room that were a part of that merger. In 2003, the organization was renamed the Chamber of Commerce serving Middletown, Monroe, and Trenton. So thank you for letting me share that short history with you. I'd like to thank Joe Roman, coming from the Greater Cleveland Partnership, for coming this evening. Justice Fisher, I'd like to thank you for coming, meeting some of our members, and doing such a great job of installing the members. You are welcome back at any time. Thank you. I'd like to thank the outgoing board members, Cheryl Brackman and Michael Pratt, for their leadership and their service and their support, and especially their friendship. At this point in time, I would like any other chamber board member at any point in time to please stand and be recognized. So if you were a chamber board member at one point in time, stand up for me. Thank you for laying the foundation for the organization we are today. I thank the incoming board members for their dedication, their enthusiasm, their energy, and their drive, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you. I want to thank the executive committee I worked with last year for all of their guidance and support that they have given me over the last year. I want to thank all those chair people on our task forces for picking up the ball and heading down the field with me and their leadership. I want to thank all of you who have volunteered for one of the task force, for without you, we couldn't get this done. We still have a great deal of work ahead of us to do. We can always use good people to help us meet our objectives. I'd like to thank the board of directors for sponsoring my participation earlier this month at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Winter Institute. At Institute, I have the opportunity to learn from chamber, association, and industry experts who are sharing best practices from an array of topics as they relate to managing a chamber of commerce or a large association. I have brought back countless ideas from high-performing organizations across this country. The network that is built and the contacts that are made is one that will elevate this chamber to a higher level. In 2016, we said goodbye to a very dear friend of ours in the community and to this organization, Dick Slagle. It was Dick that recommended that I attend Chamber Institute to improve my skills, to prepare me for the challenges ahead, and to grow the chamber. Dick was an integral part of this organization for the past 50 years, and we continue to miss his experience and his leadership. Finally, a big thank you goes out to the staff, Ann Banks and Adam Markham, for their support, dedication, and loyalty in making the past year a huge success. I look forward to a very productive and successful 2017. I'm especially looking forward to working with all of those on the focus areas as we continue to solve many of the issues that face our members and our communities. I wish all in this room and those who couldn't be with us a very profitable 2017. Please remember, your Chamber of Commerce is a resource. So if you encounter an issue that appears to have no solution and you have nowhere to turn, please let us be your first phone call. Before we close this evening, there's one program at each of your tables that has a gold seal on the inside. Whoever has that, please accept the centerpiece at your table, Compliments of Flowers by Roger. Again, I thank all of you for coming and being a part of our successes for 2016. We look forward to giving a more robust report in 2017. So unless there is no other business to come before this meeting, we stand adjourned. Good evening.